Okay, hey guys, here's the Verona 2002 that I had mentioned to you on the telephone and email. This engine just purrs like a kitten. I don't know if you can hear it. We're right on the street here. I'm going to slowly walk up to the engine. And I haven't cleaned up, we have not cleaned up the engine bay. But honestly, this is the smoothest running M10 I've seen in 18 months. The car was garaged for the last, or stored for the last 3.5 years, no one driving it. And I'm trying to find the receipts on the rebuild of the motor, but it actually might have been built up in the 2000s, but this thing is just purring, man. It's purring like a kitten. This is Obi, the happy mechanic who does not want to see this car go because he would like to take this car. But anyways, let's walk around the car. The fenders, both of the fenders unfortunately have the bleed and the rust line that occurs in so many of these. As I had mentioned on the telephone, if you look at the lower rocker, there's some rust in the front of the rocker. However, if you look at the back of the rocker, there is like zero rust in the back of the rocker. And that's a key area because that spreads into the window well, or the wheel well, excuse me. And it spreads into the shock tower quite possibly. This car is 100% clean in the back of the car. It's amazing how clean this metal is. The paint is faded and oxidized. We buffed it up a little bit. I'm going to reach into the trunk here. This has not been cleaned or prepped. These shock towers are perfect. Perfect, no rust. Perfect, no rust. Let me reach down in here and move some of the stuff from the trunk. The wheel well is perfect. No rust. This is just dirt in here. I mean, it's got a little surface patina, but no pinholes, nothing that's not supposed to be there. You got to clean this up. I'll clean it up and send some more pictures to you guys tomorrow. But the trunk is fantastic. Another key place that it rusts oftentimes is around the gas tank. Again, this is probably the most critical area of the whole car in terms of rust. And you're going to look at this and say, boy howdy, it's got dirt and dust. It has zero rust. Zero rust. This is a 38-year-old car with zero rust in the trunk. Fantastic. I'm going to step out here. There's a turn signal. We're missing a turn signal lens. I should flip the other one. But you can see both turn signals work. Then if I go down the back of this rocker again, you'll see that there is just nothing in terms of rust that you have to deal with. There is another shot of the rear of the driver's side rocker, and there's nothing. There's no real rust that you have to mitigate on this car, which is the #1 concern with all these cars. There is a dent right there in the corner, easily fixable. Little surface patina, some little tiny rust spots that you'd want to deal with, but nothing that's rotting through. Here's a shot of the door. The door is actually salvageable on the driver's side. It's got a dent in it. You probably want to hunt down some new doors. Again, the fenders need to be replaced. If you look at the driver's side fender, the same rust that's identical to the passenger side. So the fenders are what you're going to want to remove right away. Here's the close-up of the rocker. And the rocker is inheriting some rust from that fender, but that is fixable. That is considered really mild. And so I would say new fenders, maybe some new doors. Guys, listen to this motor. This motor is absolutely in perfect condition. It is running, it is idling perfect. I'm going to move into the car. Oh, there's no RPM? Okay. Okay, so the tachometer is not working. I've got cluster gauges we could swap out. I would.
Temperature is perfect.
The temperature, Obi was telling me just now, the temperature is perfect. And you can see that right there. Oh, wow, it's perfect. And so the tach is out. You think the speedo is out too? Probably. Who knows? We can hook up a new cluster. That's not a problem. The dash is actually in pretty good shape. It's got some mild cracks, but nothing horrific. And this is considered to be a pretty darn good dash. It's not crack-free, but the tray looks really good. I'm trying to get a shot of that. And the top of the dash is really in good shape. And so it has a perfect black carpet set that you're going to have to wrestle away from me, because I want to sell that. But that could come with the car too. I've talked to a few people about this car. And it's got the door sills that are not cracked. Holy crap. There's some really valuable parts in this car, guys. The sunroof works. The seal is good. It cranks. I'm going to go back in here. You'll see the headliner is in pretty good shape as well. There's a small rip at the back there. And there's a couple on the passenger side C-pillar. But it's not horrendous. It's not ripped to shreds. It's workable. You could work with this headliner. What else to tell you? The sun visors probably need to be replaced, but they work. And here's another shot of the headliner. Okay. The door cards are not that great. They have speaker holes in them. They're black. The armrests are black. You know, all that stuff is really valuable. The center console and the rubber boot and the parcel shelf and the ashtray and the hazard switch, they're perfect. So there you go. Thanks for looking.